Hello students, in the previous class we have studied about transpiration, which is a physiological process in plants for the transportation of water and minerals from root to shoot. And transpiration is a process in which water is evaporated from the aerial surfaces in the form of water vapor through stomata, through lenticels or through cuticle. So this the name is given the transpiration as stomatal transpiration, cuticular transpiration and lenticular transpiration. After that we have discussed about the factors affecting transpiration. Factors affecting transpiration it may be a climatic factor like temperature, wind velocity. There are the internal factors like sunken stomata, narrow leaves or distribution of stomata. Then we have also studied about the examples for this. An example of xerophytic plant where the stomata is in sunken form in the grooves, then leaves are reduced to spine to reduce the loss of water in the form of water vapor by the process of transpiration. Transpiration is a necessary process to provide cooling effect to the surfaces. As the enzymes can become deactivated with high temperature or high heat condition. So to avoid that, cooling effect is necessary, but there is a loss of 98% of water absorbed by the plant, which is an extra work to be done by the plant to pump water, and out of that pumped water only 2% is utilized by the plant. Rest 98% is lost to the environment by the process of transpiration, which brings necessary, which brings rain, and this is also necessary for the climate. Then today we'll discuss about the various experiments. As you can see, I have drawn so many diagrams on the board, and diagrams may not be very perfect as drawing on a whiteboard is quite difficult, but these diagrams are to show the transpiration process, to prove that transpiration is the loss of water from the plant surface or from the leaf surface. Then an experiment or apparatus which is the Genong's photometer to show the rate of transpiration. Then various methods to prove that the loss of water results in a reduction in the weight of the plant or plantlet. So this all these experiments are to show transpiration process, physiological process given in the experiment, because always the question asked, first question is which phenomena is expressed in the given diagram, or which what is the physiological process shown in by the diagram. So that physiological process is always transpiration, except this Genong's photometer, which is for this is an apparatus to check the rate of transpiration. So otherwise all the experiments are to show the physiological process, which is transpiration. Then the second question being asked in various examination is definition of the process. Definition of the process is transpiration is the process in which water is lost from the aerial surface of the plant's green leaves or green stem or the woody stem, and the loss of water from these surfaces is termed as loss of water is in the form of water vapor, and loss of water is necessary to create a suction pull or cooling to provide cooling effect to the surfaces. Out of amount of water absorbed by the plant, only 2% is utilized by the plant, rest 98% is lost by the process of transpiration. So let's start with the first experiment. In the first experiment you can see a potted plant, and in this the plant, the leaf surface is covered with a bag-like structure. In this experiment, a well-watered potted plant is taken, and the leaf surface is covered with a polythene bag from the base of the plant. And from the base, not the complete potted plant, because the water may be evaporated maybe from the soil surface. To avoid that, only the plant is covered with the polythene bag and from the base. Now the plant is kept for an hour or two in the sunlight, because the process takes place, the temperature is factor which affects the rate of transpiration. Wherein the experimental setup is kept in sunlight. After that, after 2 hours or an hour, it is observed that there are water droplets on the polythene bag. Water droplets on the polythene bag, it proves that water is lost by the process of transpiration, and that water vapor which is lost during by the transpiration process, they deposit on the polythene bag, they condense and form the water droplets. Now how we can say that the droplets are water droplets? To detect that, we use cobalt chloride paper, which is blue in color. When it comes in contact with moisture or water droplets, it turns to pink. So when we are taking the cobalt chloride paper near to the polythene bag, the color of the paper turns from blue to red, indicating the presence of water droplet on the inner surface of the polythene bag. Next experiment, here the question again is the question asked maybe define what is the physiological process shown in the diagram, which is transpiration, then definition of transpiration. Third question, how you can say that the droplets are water droplets. Then this one, the cobalt chloride paper detects that presence of water vapor. Third question may be, why we are not covering the whole plant? Because the evaporation may be to avoid evaporation from the soil surface. And this was the reason. Then come to the experimental setup 2. Here you can see 3 bell jars. 3 bell jar in the first one, experimental setup 1, which is A, experimental setup A, a potted plant is covered with a bell jar. In experimental setup 2, a potted plant with a cobalt chloride paper attached to a scale is kept inside a bell jar. Number 3, only cobalt chloride paper on a scale. So this one, in the first experiment, after all these 3 bell jars are kept in sunlight for 1 or 2 hours. After that, or after some time, what we'll observe that in the experimental setup A, the water droplets can be seen on the surface of the bell jar. Now droplets can be seen on the bell jar. Here also droplets and the color of the indicator changes from blue to red. This one, the color of the indicator changes from blue to red. Here the experiment, it just proves that the droplets are water droplets. Cobalt chloride paper is used to detect water droplet, and C is the control setup, just to show that without a plant, without a potted plant, there is no transpiration or no change occurs to the cobalt chloride paper in the experimental setup 3. So and the questions based on this experiment is, number 1, always which phenomena is expressed, that is transpiration. Define transpiration. Number 3, which is the control setup. C is the control setup, as there is no plant in the setup C. Then what is the how you can detect the presence of water droplet? The presence of cobalt chloride paper in B proves that the droplets present on the bell jar is water droplet. Then experiment number 3. Experiment number 3 is weighing method, to check that the water is lost during the process of transpiration and it results in a loss in weight of the plant. So for this we can do simply check by this experiment also by weighing the potted plant before and after transpiration, and the change would tell the reduced weight is the loss of water by the transpiration. Next is, but that the evaporation may be from the soil surface. That's why there is a new method to check the experiment and the weighing method, which is in this. We have taken a bottle fitted with cork, and a plant is inserted here. And this bottle is filled with water. Even this test tube, which is a graduated test tube, graduated scale is present in the test tube, and the apparatus is filled with water. After some time, what we will observe that there is lowering in the level of the water. This lowering in the level proves that water is lost during the process of transpiration, which results in decrease in the level of water. Next experimental setup is setup 4. In this experiment, our test tube is taken. Test tube filled with water. A twig is placed. Twig without roots is placed in it. This is also a weighing method. And a drop of oil is placed on the surface of water. Now in this, the plant and the test tube is weighed before and after transpiration, and the change or the difference shows the loss of water by the transpiration process. Now the question is, why we are placing oil droplets, or a role of oil droplet is to avoid surface transpiration or surface loss of water by evaporation. So surface evaporation is to avoid surface evaporation, oil droplets are placed on the surface. Then twig, in this experiment, the rate of absorption and transpiration is very slow because roots are not present to absorb water. As the absorption of water is less, transpiration is also very less in amount. So this weighing method is to check if there is if roots are absent, then what is the change in the rate of transpiration. Next, in these two experiment number 3, the questions would be based number 1, which is describe the phenomena, definition of the phenomena. Number 3 is what is the role of graduated scale? It detects the loss of the change in or reduction in the level of water, shows the loss of water by transpiration. In this apparatus, the roots are present, roots continue to absorb water, and the rate of transpiration is faster. In this experiment number 4, rate of why the rate of transpiration is low? Rate of transpiration is low because absorption is not done by roots are absent, and absorption process is very less in amount by the stem portion only, or the xylem present in the stem. Absorption is less, so transpiration is less. Role of oil present on the surface to avoid evaporation, surface evaporation. Next is experiment number 5. Experiment number 5, or the apparatus, which is the Genong spotometer. In the Genong spotometer, the apparatus is completely watertight by the cork present on the reservoir, and this apparatus, the apparatus is filled with pink colored water, or the colored water. Colored water, because the movement of colored water can be, and the changes in that process, or the air droplet, that air bubble in this colored water can be easily detected. In this experiment, or in this apparatus, a twig is placed on the apparatus, and from this capillary tube, an air bubble is inserted here. Air bubble is inserted. Now you can see a graduated, the scale is present here. Presence of scale shows the rate of transpiration. If the movement of air bubble through this scale is very fast, then the rate of transpiration is very fast, or depending upon its movement rate, the fast or slow rate of transpiration. Then this is a reservoir. Presence of reservoir is, if we want to perform the experiment by after 1 or 2 times, then we can insert some water from this reservoir to the apparatus, and this air bubble can be pushed back. Can be pushed back, and again the process can be repeated. Here you can see that stopcocks are present. This stopcock can be used to allow water to enter into the apparatus, or just to avoid. Now what happens that an air bubble is inserted in the capillary tube. When the transpiration process starts, there is loss of water from this surface. Loss of water from the apparatus results in the movement of air bubble, and the movement of air bubble indicates rate of transpiration. With this scale we can count the movement as according to the time. Then in this, there are some limitations to this experiment. Limitations are that inserting air bubble in this tube, in the capillary tube, is not so easy. So that this is the one first limitation. Then there is limitation of second one is that the twig, since the roots are absent in the twig, so the twig may not remain alive for a longer time. Third condition is presence of air bubble, or the movement of air bubble may be affected by the environmental conditions like temperature, so that this may the air bubble gets affected by the environmental temperature. This is again a limitation to this. Here in the experimental setup, the twig is cut obliquely to increase the surface area. This twig is always cut underwater to avoid entry of air bubbles in the twig, as it may lead to obstruct the process of absorption by the twig. So these are two precautions which can be checked before starting the experiment, that oblique cutting of the twig, then underwater cutting. So these all are experiments to show the rate of transpiration. In this, Ganong's potometer is an apparatus to show the rate of transpiration, while Darwin's potometer explains about the suction pressure created by the potometer. One more potometer is Garrio's potometer, which explains the unequal rate of transpiration by the two surfaces of the dorsiventral leaf. So this is all about the chapter transpiration. And in the next video we'll study about photosynthesis, which is a physiological process for plants to prepare or to synthesize food. Thank you for today's session.